Good morning, everybody. We're going to do some standing flow today, so just wanted to throw that out there at first. You know who I am. I'm Brian. I am your flow show host for this morning. Your flow show is your daily dose of Chi, mindfulness, and moving meditation. It is 15 minutes of easy follow-along Tai Chi, excuse me, plus a positive thought to brighten up your day. Today's flow show is brought to you by the Tai Chi and Yoga for Veterans Project, providing free mindfulness classes to our nation's military heroes while creating high-level careers for our instructors. And if this is your first time at a flow, or if you're watching this in the future, here's how this works. In just a second, we're going to get up and do some easy Tai Chi, and then I'll have a few more words to tell you about the program, and then we'll close and go about our day. So without further ado, let me start my music. All right, so good news. You don't have to learn anything. I have to learn to switch my camera when I do this. So just follow along. Do what you see. And have fun. Here we go. So with our arms out, we just want to remember that we're here to open our mind, open our breath and connect it with our body, and open our heart, and then just relax. So let's exhale out and kind of feel out where we're at this morning. And let's go ahead and take a step out. This is called the horse stance, actually. It's a wider stance that kind of just gets you in the mood for Tai Chi. So now we're opening the door, breathing in, and just letting our body kind of float. Now our arms come out to the side and scoop in and down, and our hands just float down. It's almost like our arms aren't really even moving. We're just thinking about it, and they float up and circle around and sink the Chi. And now as they float up in the front, the hands turn and fingertips almost touch and extend out like a big hug. Hugging the tree. And now as we extend that hug, let's embrace the moon and kind of lean into it. I say lean into it. It's more of a sinking into it. Inhaling and rising and exhaling and embracing the moon. And now back to sinking the Chi. One more. Now as our hands are at the bottom here, we're just going to let them kind of float side to side. And we'll shift our weight. As we reach one side and the weight becomes empty in our foot, we're just going to tap our heel down. And move over to the other side and tap that heel down. Now we're going to add a hand. And then on this side, we can add both hands. So this makes a posture called playing the peepaw. And if you're in it for the martial aspects, this is where you would be if you're trying to defend anything that you've got coming at you. I probably shouldn't throw that in there and throw off our flow, but there's a lot of martial aspects to Tai Chi that are pretty interesting. We'll talk about them another time. Now, as we're on this side, let's go ahead and embrace the moon over here. And we'll hide this top hand and toss the moon out. And bring it back in, inhaling and exhaling as we toss it out. Let's add that top hand back in. We'll do one more of these. One more. And now, let's go back to playing the peepaw. And we'll embrace the moon. Hide that top hand. Let's bring that hand back in. Exhale. And back to playing the peepaw. And now back to the middle with a big hug. We're gonna hug the tree and sink the chi. And now as the hands float up in the middle, the fingertips roll and almost touch, and now our whole hand moves over. And we can flip that this way, and we can flip it that way. Let's go ahead and flip it back, and our hand drop, and float off to the side, and then float back by our face, and move around, and push out. As we change sides, the other hand does the same thing. This is fending off the monkeys or repulsing the monkey. Sometimes I like to think this is all my problems over here, and I'm just gathering them up. I'm going to think about them, and then I'm going to push them off over here to let somebody else worry about them for a little bit. And now they've come back to me, so I need to deal with them. So as my hand is on this side, I'm just going to gather everything over to this side. And I'm going to step in and just kind of sink into it here. Breathing out. Breathing in. Now you've probably seen this before. We're just going to add our hands. Both of them at the same time. There we go. And now this next one, as we bend down, we're going to turn and step out. Brush our knee and push. And then we'll let that hand drop and circle it back around. Do it again. Brush our knee and push. And now as the hand drops and we circle, let's keep it going and turn and do a double spiral here. It's a little difficult. We'll get over onto this side, and then we'll toss this moon out. And and then reach up and pull it down and toss it away. Let's bring that back over here. Toss it down and away. Now let's double spiral on this side. And we'll step out this way. Toss the moon and reach up and bring it down. All right, now we're gonna embrace the moon on this side and step in, and we'll toss it out this way. And now both arms come up and in front with a big hug. And let's sync the chi. Let's let our hands float up in front. And let's go back to that repulsing the monkey real quick. As we toss it out and step over on this side, I think we still need to brush our knee and finish this side here. So brush our knee and push. And let that hand drop. All right, last one on this side. And now as both hands are over here, just turn and throw everything over to this side. There we go. And now let's brush our knee and push over here. Breathing in. Breathing out. All right, now both hands float up to the front. And we turn and exhale. And now we sync the chi. One more time. And we take a step in. And thank you. I appreciate you. Come on back in. All right, so the veterans program that we've talked about before, that was just a little taste of it, a little piece of it. And the Taijifit instructors that David Dorian has put together, the senior instructors that I've learned from and that hopefully someday I'll be as I move forward. They've got all kinds of peer programs and mentorships. If you look into the Facebook group, now that's not normally what we say to everybody at the end of a flow show. There's a piece about DDR's flow show. If you haven't been to that, that's on Tuesdays at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And then the weekend program, we've talked about it. But I want to thank you guys for being here and being with me. My positive thought of the day is, hey, you're here, you're alive, and let's make it work. Let's make it happen. Let's do what we can, as much as we can while we can. So I want to thank you for being with me, for supporting me, and I support you, and I love you. Just go with the flow, keep your heart open, and work hard, but take time to play. So
thank you.